Just letting you know, this is only my spoiler first impressions of the episode. Check my pinned comment for a free gift related to this video. And to watch my unfiltered reactions with exclusive bonuses, join my Asha Media TV Club. The link is in the description box below. Now, here's my afterthoughts of this episode of Supernatural.
First off, a lot of wasted potential. A lot of wasted potential. So without going on too much of a tangent, let me try anyway, right? Practice. Okay. First thing that bothers me so much right now is the fact that they tied in Bobby to what is probably one of the silliest stories. I don't buy that Bobby would approve of an innocent baby, shifter or not, being locked up for life, and that being something that Bunny, I think that was her name, Bunny, would be like, "Oh, Bobby, thank you so much, you saved the situation by killing her father who tried to take her, rightfully so, because we have that precedent of shifters going after their own, right?" Makes me, wonder then perhaps was it the head shifter? The master? Oh my God, I'm forgetting his name. I wonder if it was him that she had an affair with. And since we've seen from season, 6? Right? The whole shifter baby episode? Anything's possible there. So basically, I don't buy the fact that Bobby would have done that. And of course, I'm very open to reading an alternative viewpoint with proper facts if I'm misunderstanding stuff when it comes to Bobby and how things would have worked out with that situation. Certainly not going to rewind back to go double check anything. Okay, so that's the first thing that bugs me. Second thing, this actually could have been a decent filler if they just stuck to a serious tone. And they were trying to mix it up a little bit too much. Execution was just terrible. If they didn't have this whole murder mystery kind of tone of music coming in and out, and then you have this serious story, really, essentially, about this woman who grew up in an attic and who's traumatized and homicidal. It doesn't mix. It doesn't mix. If they had just stuck to a true murder mystery, dark tones, dark music, the only levity that should have been in this, in terms of just bringing humor, is Dean, because that's what that character does best. And that's it. And everything else around them, including the two cougars, I hate that term, but I'm going to use it because it's applicable and that's what they're trying to portray them as. It's unfortunate that you have these 3 women in the show, and not because they're women, I'm just saying because so much of it was shown so much on these 3 women, and then the 2 guys. It's more than just the whole rich people cliche. It's like you made them, all 5 of them, including the one that died there at the beginning, you made all 5 of them just so unrelatable, and for humor in the worst way possible, that is so unnecessary. So something dawned on me, and I was suppressing to pause and talk about it, and I'm just going to mention it now. And if you have any confirmation of this, great. But if you don't, no big deal. What I'm trying to get at is when I'm thinking about all these really terrible filler episodes that they would have, this is included in the pile, and many of you have called sorry, I didn't remember the name, Buckle Lemming episodes, whatever. I guess this is one of them, could be. But when you have these episodes, it's like, I wonder if that is just the template. The template is ridiculous characters. Sam and Dean are what you take seriously, and it's a deliberate thing not to care for, take serious, or even like every other character around them. And it's essentially, what I'm trying to get at is, I wonder if that's just their formula of making filler episodes like this terrible on purpose. Deliberate all the way through. It's checkmark cliche lines, checkmark dumb characters, checkmark actors who are just going to look really foolish next to Sam and Dean, and checkmark Sam and Dean end up looking like the normal ones. And that's a deliberate thing. And the reason why I'm just like wondering if that is the case is because it's just so consistent that it makes me wonder, like, this can't be just a fluke. Every single season you get at least that one really horrible episode, and it seems to be a deliberate design. And it's just unfortunate because it didn't have to be this bad. It just didn't. Right? And then, I know for time's sake and for shooting schedule, especially for TV, network television at that time, it's a very different beast than streaming TV these days, and the production value and all that stuff. I know back in that time, it's a different beast, and they have to get through a certain amount of episodes that they got to put out there. And so when you've got something written so simple and quick for Jared and Jensen to shoot on their schedule and keep up with, especially for a hit show with the CW, I know there are all these factors that come into play. So it's almost like a miracle you even get an episode done, complete, whether it's good or bad. Anyway, I'm not going to go too much on that. So to wrap it up, first thing, Bobby didn't like that. I think what would have been fun is if there was an actual tie to this family with Bobby, and they did actually inherit something of value with this whole situation of someone dying and they're wealthy and rich and they left something, and Sam and Dean were the inheritors, perhaps of something that could have led back to commemorating Bobby in some way. That would have been meaningful, and that could have been carried forward with the rest of their story, based on some connection, perhaps. I don't know. I'm not going to go too much on that. So yeah, the Bobby thing, the tone, the acting, I've said enough with that. Unnecessarily stupid characters. Even if they just had even just one of the men, or even the guy or the girl, whatever, just if one of the characters was somewhat relatable, just somewhat not so ridiculous, it would have been a lot more fun. My favorite scene, really? Because there's no bigger picture scene here to pick from. My favorite scene still is that scene where Sam just bolts. I just like the way it looked. She's talking to him, she turns her back, and she's ready to take off her dress, and you just see him flash off. I don't know, there's something funny about that. And that's probably the only memorable thing for me. Really. Okay, so Ashamoji-wise, I really would never want to press play on this episode ever again. So this is going to be the first one Ashamoji I've given in a long time. Since probably, I can't remember the last time I gave one Ashamoji. I can't remember. Even that one with the lady who turns into a dog, I think I gave that one 2. Right? Or did I give it 1 in the end? I can't even remember. But anyways, even that one is rewatchable more than this one. This is just terrible. Terrible, terrible. Okay, so yeah, 1 Ashamoji. There you have it. That's my reaction to episode 6. Crossing my fingers, episode 7 is going to be a lot better. And let's find out what's going on with Dean. I think it's still the mark of Cain. In any case, all right, people, on to episode 7. I'll see you in the next one. Thank you so much for watching. Be sure to subscribe and check out my other videos.